Miss takes down the Oklahoma Sooners, and they have the South Carolina Gamecocks coming up. We're going to talk with Dae'Quan Wright and let you know all about it. Welcome to the Locked On Ole Miss podcast, the most watched Ole Miss podcast out there. I am your host, Steven Willis, a 10-year veteran member of the national media with Yahoo Sports and a former Ole Miss staff member as well. We're going to get to know Dae'Quan Wright a little bit. It should be a whole lot of fun. We're going to talk a little South Carolina. I'm curious about what it's like going up in that Oklahoma series that they went through just now. So remember, we're free and available on all the podcast apps and on YouTube. Thank you for making the Locked On Ole Miss podcast your first listen every day, and a special hello to the insiders and everydayers who make the show what it is. And thank you to SHOWUS for putting this on, because this is a little bit different having an interactive thing going on. So interesting stuff. Dae'Quan, I am really impressed by the way that Ole Miss handled the Oklahoma situation, especially that third quarter where it got a little bit weird. And then the fourth quarter, you just completely took over. It was kind of an opposite of the Georgia game the week before. Explain what kind of clicked in that fourth quarter for you guys.
We just knew what we had to do. How we just, like how you say, it was different from the Georgia game and how we came up, we just came off a loss. So, Coach preached to us all week, like, we got to play every game like we just lost. So, we came by Oklahoma. We knew it wasn't going to be, easy, number one defense, in the country or whatever like that. So we knew it was going to be a tough test. And, it was on the road as well. Bad conditioning, weather conditioning. So we just, we had a lot of stuff, we had to, fight through. But I know we just stayed poised, we blocked out the noise, we just stayed focused, and we just knew like it was going to take everybody for us, to get the job done.
What was the preparation like for that Oklahoma game with all the noise that was going on surrounding the program? I'm sure everybody was hearing it and just noticing it. How were you guys able to lock in to what y'all did? Because you might have won the game 34-26, but you were magnitudes of 2 and 3 scores better than the Oklahoma Sooners that day.
Correct. I just say we didn't do nothing different. Preparation, it stayed the same. We handle things the same how we always do. I know, like you said, Georgia fourth quarter, our defense, we lost 17-0 in the fourth quarter. So, I guess, they had a different mentality going into the Oklahoma game. Fourth quarter, we pitched the shutout. So, I think it was just having a different mentality and mindset, just to go out there and do your job and get it done. And I think that's just what we had all week. We just wanted it.
Yeah, and that sets up a nice little run potentially for you guys. And after what happened in 2024, nobody thinks that anybody's going to overlook anything. Do you have an Ole Miss versus everybody mentality going into this November when you can win 4 games and make all of your goals come true?
Yeah, for sure. It's all about us. As long as we, do our job and we take care of what we got to take care of, things could be good, in the future. So, we just going to play every game like we just lost. Coach preached to that today. Just play every game like you just lost. So that probably, it'll make us go a little bit more harder and, just handle busy, one game at a time.
I know you're kind of busy on Saturdays, but do you actually get an opportunity to watch any college football games?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we be watching a little bit. We have some downtime in the hotels.
So, Ole Miss is getting ready to take on South Carolina, and last year, that was a weird game. Last year, that was the Juice Wells game a year ago when it was supposed to be all hostile at Williams-Brice Stadium and all of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit different in Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, but there is still kind of a weird hostility factor if you just look online between Ole Miss and South Carolina. You had the Shane Beamer talking about faking injuries in last year's game, all of that. How are y'all approaching the preparation for this football game?
We just take it a day at a time, man. Like we go in a day. We took the day at a time. We just did our thing. Like, we had we just have our meetings, we really don't worry about the other opponent for real. We just worry about, just doing what we supposed to do, just handling our business, making sure what we do, like how we execute. We just harp on us so much. We don't really worry about the other team too much, We know on Saturdays we can go out there and we're gonna play a different color jersey, but that don't matter because the game is won before you even play the game. So, we just stick to our details and we just handle our business, and come Saturday, we're gonna show it again.
Yes, and just before we go, because I'm an old man and I'll forget in a little bit, you are absolutely my wife's favorite Ole Miss player. Every game she points that out. I think it was the long catch that you had against Arkansas. She's like, yeah, it's kind of funny whenever that goes on. But this is a weird rivalry game when it comes to history. Whenever you look at last year, Ole Miss was able to win the game. But it goes back. This was the clipboard game that he threw in 2020. They don't play every year, but there's just a little bit of background that you can lean back on. In 2018, about this time, Ole Miss played South Carolina in Oxford. So is this series something that you would like to eventually see be more, permanent for Ole Miss? Or do you like the 2 here and then a couple of years, 2 more, something like that?
Yeah, I think I definitely, like to see them play more often. Just looking at the past games and then the game I've been in last year with them, it just seemed like it just be a very intense game. So I think, it'll be good, for the culture and community and for everybody, to keep watching Ole Miss and South Carolina play. Because it seemed like it just be some type of rivalry game. It's not really a rivalry game, but it just seems like that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you've done a little bit of film work going into the South Carolina game. What, in your opinion, are the keys to this football game?
I just say we just on offense. I think we just gotta, just lock into our assignment. I think we just gotta stay focused, and just do what we gotta do. You just can't let the moment get too big for us. We know, South Carolina has a great defense. They very well coached over there. So they don't do too much. They ain't like Oklahoma who throw all these crazy defensive packages and stuff like that at you, where you got to do all that extra, thinking and stuff like that. But I think we just got to line up and we got to play grown man football and we got to be more physical than them.
You bring up an interesting point on that one. With Brent Venables, Ole Miss had 35 minutes of time of possession against Oklahoma, which means they were huddling up. They were going slow. That wasn't really tempo. Was that by design because of their ability to kind of scheme up and know what was coming?
Correct. Yeah, we definitely had that, in our package, going into that game. We know how he is. Like he got to see the formation. He want to be in the perfect call every time. So it's like, okay, cool. So now we just got to find a way to mess with them. So that's what we did, and it worked out well for us.
I noticed that it was like the first play, they got into a huddle of the game. And then as soon as it got to 15 seconds and the mic cut off, all of a sudden they broke out and started doing all that. And I was like, okay, they're playing games right now with the defense.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it looks like we're ready for guest Alexis Vivenco. How are you doing, man?
How you doing, guys? I'm doing well. Thank you guys for taking the time to take my question. I'm excited.
All right, so what do you got for us?
So I'm a Florida fan by heart. I'm a big supporter of the SEC, and I know that's probably probably not the guy to be asking this question, but given everything that's been going on Ole Miss's side, I know Lane Kiffin has done a really good job with building a great culture. What's it like to play for him, one? And like, how do you guys stay focused in the locker room, given all the crazy noise that's happening too?
Playing for him, one, I say it's fun, man. Like, I think he run his program like, just real good, just very well. He take care of us. I think like on game days, like we be in the best shape. You feel me? Like, it's just like he take care of our bodies for real. Like, it's just his mind. He got a great mind. Locker room. We don't really too much, tune into the media stuff and what the media say, because the media, they gonna say what they want to say, no matter what's going on. You feel me? Like the coaching job and stuff. Like, we don't really get into that. You feel me? It comes with it. It comes with all this football. It's crazy. It's a crazy world nowadays. With all this money talk and stuff like that. So we don't really, get it too much into that. We just gonna go out there and we just gonna play our game.
Mm. And I guess like looking towards the end of the season, how do you guys balance like the SEC an SEC schedule? Like I know that like for us like at Florida, it's a super crazy like they were coming in saying it's one of the hardest schedules in the country. I'm at like you look at the Ole Miss stuff, it's the same exact thing. How do you guys keep the wheels turning, especially this late in the season with like injuries and things like that? Like what kind of drives your program for you?
Yeah, it'd be tough though, but like we know, like around the end time, November, everybody remember November, so it's just like you just got to take it one game at a time, man. We know like SEC, anything can happen any given week. Like you never hop on, the week before that, or what happened. It's always gonna be different. So we just stick to our stuff, man, and we take care of ourselves. Like you say, being healthy is the number one thing. Like we just got to be healthy. Ole Miss healthy, they scary, they dangerous. I feel bad for Florida.
Well, thank you for taking my call. My questions. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
No problem.
So Dae'Quan, is there a special skill that you have, like some kind of a trick play or something like that we might see at some point this year?
Nah, I don't. Nah, no trick plays, no none of that. Nah, just give me the ball. Just put the ball in my hands.
You don't have the arm to throw like a 50-yard pass or something. We're not going to see a tight end double pass or something.
It'll be nice. Now it will be nice. I can throw it. I grew up playing QB, so I can throw the ball.
Okay. And do you just brag at the fact that you call people as like, they're like, okay, he's a tight end. He's like, yeah, but I'm averaging like 23 yards per catch. Do you just throw that in random conversations?
Nah, I don't do it. I don't even be knowing how much I be averaging, man. I don't even be knowing, man.
It's pretty awesome to think about that. Anyway, the South Carolina game coming up, and you're at like 22 catches for 404 yards this year. And against South Carolina a year ago, it was a little bit different because the defensive line for South Carolina, there was a lot of NFL players that got drafted. Now they still have like Dylan Stewart, some really good players on their defensive line. But does that affect your preparation at all, knowing that it's not quite the same as what it was, or are you just treating it like it was last year?
Yeah, we just treating it like it was last year, man. Whoever lines up across from us, it don't really matter. You feel me? Like of course we always got to know who we going against and stuff like that, how they play, what they do and stuff like that. But yeah, it don't really matter. We just treat it the same as it's just another person across from me. You just got to win your one-on-one.
And you think this? What about this matchup? Should fans that are watching this game just pay attention to? And I'm not saying one side or the other. But what is the thing whenever you looked at the film, you're like, ooh, that would be interesting to see?
I just wanted them to see like how we just do them up front. I just wanted them to see like the trench battle. Like I just want to see them like the physicality that we finna put on the tape. I just want them to see that and recognize that, because that's what we want to be built on. Like just being a more physical team and really punishing people.
Okay. Did you come out of the Oklahoma game okay?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. It looked like at one point you got a little bit nicked up or something like that.
Oh, no, yeah, I had got poked in my eye. You see my eye kind of red a little bit, but yeah, I had got poked in the eye, so I had to, go to the sideline right quick.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. It should be a lot of interesting things in this ball game, and this is one of those weird things that on my podcast tomorrow morning, or as if you're listening to the on demand of this one, the one from today, I talked about every season that an Ole Miss fan has been doing wait till next year. And it's like, enjoy this because this is next year. It's finally here. And the way that the fans can influence that and kind of pay back and enjoy that is by making Vaught-Hemingway Stadium the next 3 games the most rowdy it's ever been. And so hard on the other team. Talk about what it would mean knowing that your group was the one that kind of took the steps for the Ole Miss fans that have been kind of long suffering.
I just say, man, I just feel like it's like this year, man, it's just been like as we just went through, like the summer, the spring, and fall, like it's just fall camp and stuff like that. I just seen like more people just willing, you feel me, to work, to want to win. Like you can really tell, like when you got people that want to win and people who just, ego just too big and not taking it as serious. So I feel like this year, like we just got some people that's locked in, that just want to win. That's all that's on their mind. So I feel like that's just been a big difference. And I feel like, it can really help us go a long way this year.
One of the underrated things about this Ole Miss team is that tight end room. Whenever you look, there's 4 tight ends that play at times during the game. How do they rotate? Do they just have plans? Do they have packages? Or is it just, hey, okay, you go in right now?
Yeah, it's just like when we at practice, like we go through practice throughout the week, man. We make sure all the tight ends just know everything. Like just you just gotta know it. Like know every, you feel me, package, personnel, and just know the plays and what's going on. So yeah, it'd be good, to see us play a lot of tight ends. I know this past at Oklahoma, we actually played 6 tight ends. 6 tight ends actually played in the game. Like when you talking offense, defense, special team, 6 tight ends actually played.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool to see Trace Bruckler make that play, right?
Yeah. Now that was good for him.
Yeah, because he has been, in my opinion, very selfless, because he would kind of come in and do the inline blocking stuff and kind of that. Was that a trick play? Did he slip or was that intentional?
It just happened. Like it wasn't really intentional. It was crazy to watching it on film, like how it really went down. Yeah, it just happened in the moment.
All right, so let's go to Trey with the question. What do you got, bud?
Hey, how y'all doing? Honestly, I really didn't have no question. I just wanted to come on here, congratulate my brother, man. He's doing great things, and I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I came on here to do. I apologize for wasting y'all time with a question, but, I just had to come on here and make sure I showed my love. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that, my dog.
Of course, man. Do your thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
So you don't have a question, Trey. Is there just anything you want to ask? Maybe ask if Dae'Quan if he's going to catch 1,000 yards in the last 4 games. Maybe no pressure.
Let's do it.
I be texting him. I'm telling him I need 5 receptions, 150 yards per game. You got to throw it out there to him. He going to catch it. You know what I'm saying? You got to throw it out there to him.
You mentioned that the catch that he made in the Gator Bowl from Jackson Dart in the end zone was just one of the smoothest catches that I can remember anybody making. My goodness, Dae'Quan. I know that was a long time ago, but did you realize that happened when it happened?
Yeah, like my eyes lit up when they caught the play on the sideline, because we was working that play all bowl game weeks. So I just knew I had to go get that one.
Come on.
Go ahead.
That's what he do, though.
So, well, whenever you look at this Ole Miss South Carolina game that is coming up, what do you think is, besides the physicality, which you mentioned earlier, what's something else that you're looking for that you want to see that kind of lets you know if things are going all right?
I don't really know. I just want to say the atmosphere, though. I just want the atmosphere, to just be electric. Like, I feel like we're going to feed off them. And I feel like it'll help us, play to the best of our ability as well. Like, even though they don't have nothing to do with what goes on during the week, but I just feel like just having that atmosphere, I think having that atmosphere just, it'll just help us, like, really turn it on and go.
All right, Trey. You got anything else, bub?
No, sir. I ain't mean waste our time. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. What is something offensively? You're playing tight end. That means you're the furthest on the line of scrimmage, not counting the wide receivers from the quarterback and all of that. What's something on the line of scrimmage that genuinely affects you? And I say this in the fact that coming into South Carolina, the Citadel in Florida, home games, getting ready for a huge stretch of football. What is the one thing that bothers people on the outside of the line of scrimmage that makes you have to really dig in and concentrate?
I just say, just communication, just the communication part of it. And then, the movement, the defense do and stuff like that. I just say that just be the biggest thing, like when you down there, man, because it just be hard. You never know, like, the looks you're going to get and stuff like that. And sometimes, it throws, the tackles and stuff off who got to communicate with us. So I just say, basically the communication part.
And how hard is it not to false start whenever the defense stems or real quick?
Nah, it definitely be hard, especially if you like right there. Yeah, it definitely be hard. I ain't gonna lie, it be hard, but we definitely practice it all week though. So like when we know it's a defense that do that, oh yeah, we definitely be doing that all week. With the scout team who we go against, we had them doing it all the time. So
the young guys that are on the team, the freshman of the week this week was Winston Watkins. And if you've been watching Ole Miss football, this has been coming. He's been making play after play. But talk about Winston Watkins and what he is like when we're not watching, not in the game that's going on, just the practice, because I heard he has a really strong work ethic.
Yeah, he definitely do. Coming in as a freshman, I like Winnie. I love Winnie, watching him. He definitely practiced hard. He don't complain. He very coachable. So I think he adapted very well, to the offense coming in as a freshman. He said he was going, do that, and he's doing what he said he was going to do, and it's just been good to see, as a young guy, like, come in and do that. So yeah, it's been good, watching him.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me. I think Lane Kiffin actually mentioned that he looked a little bit like Elijah Moore and all of that, but I think he looked like a younger Caden Lee. I think Ole Miss is in such good hands at the slot position, especially opposite from you. And talk about real quick what those little guys can do to help you out in the middle of the field.
Oh yeah, Caden and Winnie. I definitely like Caden and Winnie. Caden Lee, like, especially watching him last year and how he read the defense and read what's going on. It was actually, pretty good, learning from Caden, coming into this offense. But they definitely help a lot. They pull a lot of people, they grab a lot of attention and stuff like that. So they definitely help, open up other things for, other teammates and stuff like that. But, it's been good, just watching them, play and just seeing what they are, capable of doing.
Is the offense different with Austin Simmons and Trinidad Chambliss? Are they doing two different things?
I won't even really say it's different. The game plan is always being the same. Austin and Trent, they're going to be, they're two different people. So, they're going to play their different ways. Trent, he's very, versatile, how he can use his feet and stuff like that. So it put defense really on their heels a lot. But it's definitely, we don't really switch nothing up. We just go out there, we stick to it.
And I got a question I just have to ask because I'm curious about it. Before the season started, there were all the articles that were coming out about Austin Simmons and the ball traveling a different way, and it was harder to catch the ball and all of that. Did you have trouble with Austin?
Nah, when I first got to Ole Miss, I was catching from Austin, so I just feel like it's just been it just clicked. Like I don't think it's hard at all. I think it be feeling the same to me. If you ask me, it feel the same. I don't really be feeling it different.
If you don't feel it, obviously you wouldn't be able to tell me if it's trackable different.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's really, really interesting stuff. All right. So what are the differences? You've been on my podcast before, so we had this conversation, but for anybody that's watching for the first time, what's the differences between Virginia Tech and Ole Miss? Not as a football program, just in the locations and all of that stuff.
Well, if I'm just talking about the community and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say, like, first, well, when you're in the mountains, it just really ain't nothing. Like, it's just nothing. But now, don't get me wrong. Now, Blacksburg, like it was, it was a smooth, beautiful town or stuff like that. But it just wasn't nothing to do there. It's kind of like Oxford. Like Oxford got a little more, but it's still like nothing to do here. So I don't know. It just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, football program. One's in the SEC, one's in the ACC. Talk about the differences between Ole Miss and Virginia Tech as football programs.
I like to say the biggest thing for me, from what I've seen, I like to say the trenches, like the O-line and D-line. I feel like that's way different. Like the SEC D-line is way different. Like I just feel like it's way more tougher people and better people, in the SEC for sure. And that's more like why I wanted to play in the SEC. Because I know it's just like the best of the best. But I think, just being here and being there is definitely better here. Love the SEC, love Ole Miss, and how Coach Kiffin, runs his program. I think he does a great job.
And the South Carolina game is the literal first step to start this November to remember. As you said, they remember November. This is going to be an absolutely massive month for the Ole Miss football team, the fans, the coaches, everybody involved. This is going to be a pretty huge month.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a great month. We're going to make sure it be the best memory. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to all do it. We're going to do it for the community and for each other.
Yeah, I was talking about on my show that this November is going to be a November that you're talking about on your deathbed. This is going to be a November one way or another that you're going to be talking about to your kids and your grandkids. And it's important for fans, especially fans that have been following this football program, to enjoy this month, because all of next year is here is basically my point. It's not just wait till next year. Next year is here.
Yeah.
So, all right, we get ready to look at South Carolina. Do you know you don't have to give the uniform. The uniform reveal is Thursday, but do you know what the uniform is for this Saturday?
I don't know the exact color. I kind of do, but kind of don't.
Okay.
But I think it's gonna be smooth with that helmet hard.
That helmet is tough. Gorgeous. My goodness, that helmet is gorgeous.
Yeah, that helmet hard.
And I got a question. This is a random question. For 3 or 4 years, Ole Miss wore a different uniform every single game, home and away. But now it seems like they only wear the powder blue helmets and the powder blue jersey on the powder blue and white jerseys and the white pants on the road. They only have one road uniform. Is that intentional?
I feel like it is, though. I don't know, because they definitely have been wearing different combinations and stuff like that. But yeah, some reason we are just white now. Like I don't know. I think we be losing stuff. I don't know. What be going though?
A box just fell off the truck.
You feel me? But yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's whenever you have to talk to them. It's like, what happened to our road strips? We have all these home jerseys.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So here we go with another question. We have Mary. How are you doing? And ask your question to Dae'Quan Wright.
Hi, Dae'Quan. I'm Mary. I'm the Mary of William and Mary in Metairie, Louisiana. And we were at the LSU game, and you made that phenomenal catch at the end, and you called it, and you just sat down. What was that feeling like? Because I was going crazy. My husband was going crazy.
Oh yeah, it was a great feeling. That's one of the best feelings I felt, in a long time. Just having that opportunity to do that and ice the game. It was definitely a great feeling. It was probably the happiest I've been in a minute.
That makes my heart super happy. That's all I've got. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mary. All right. Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing because I'm not an analytics person. If people that watch my show all the time I'm not an analytics person, but that fourth down I felt like Ole Miss needed to go for because y'all had something schemed up because y'all had third or fourth down multiple times in the game and y'all ran the same play out of different formations. What did y'all find?
Man, Coach Weiss and Coach Kiffin, man, they minds, they just masterminds, man. I guess they seen something and they got us in the perfect call at the perfect time and iced it. It was crazy how open I was. Like, I don't know what they saw but on that defensive side, but it had to be something bad.
Yeah, whenever it was coming there, was like, don't drop it going through your head?
Oh, I mean, I in the moment, man, I don't even be thinking about that. I just put my hands up and I grabbed it.
And I love the way you kind of slow motion sat down. That's the best part because some people might go fast or whatever. No, you just ease down. And it was almost like you were talking trash without talking trash.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how it be.
It's like we're going this ball game. I'm calling game, everybody. I'm calling game.
Yes, sir.
That LSU catch you said was your favorite moment. Anything else that stands out that you've done?
I
think you had a game at Virginia Tech where you had like 8 catches, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. I definitely did. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one too. But like you said, that bowl game catch though last year from Dart though, like it gave me a chance to show what I could do. So I definitely love that catch though. I love that moment as well with Dart. That was a great moment too, man. Yeah, he had me happy that game too, throwing me that ball.
Did you know going into that Gator Bowl that it was going to be that one-sided? Just in your heart of hearts?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever they're sitting there trying to run the plays and everything, it's like, this doesn't even look right. I mean, so it's absolutely weird. So, we talked about South Carolina a little bit earlier on in the show. In games like South Carolina, I need to be careful in how I phrase it because I don't mean it in any way negative. But when you play South Carolina and you have the Citadel and then you have Florida, how do you handle that sandwich game with the FCS school?
I just feel like we can't relax. I just feel like we probably, we know we'll win the game, but we still gotta, you feel me, approach every game like it's a SEC game or a playoff game. So we can't just go in there and get too, relaxed. And like my coach always talk about having relief syndrome. We can't have that. Like we gotta go in there and like keep our foot on the gas because we know we're gonna have a big matchup coming, that next week. So yeah, we just can't, get too relaxed, as a whole. And we just gotta go in there and handle business and do what we're supposed to do and, be ready for that next week.
And honestly, did you guys circle the 3 games against the teams you lost last season for this season?
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, we had to do that. Yeah, yes, sir. We definitely had to. That kind of hurt us last year. Yeah, we was hurt by then. We was sick.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing, and we talked about it all off season. Nobody believed me. I got called everything under the sun for just predicting what I predicted, and I was like, "Nah, I'm predicted too low." I right now I'm below that list. But whenever you look at this last season, the Kentucky game, the LSU game, by the time you got to this point of the season, you were in desperation mode at that point. Yeah, right. You had no margin for error whatsoever. And then this year, according to the national super media types, Ole Miss was on a rebuilding year and you didn't even have to worry about it. And now you look at it, you're in a position to do everything that you want to do. And my question is, how aware is the team at how close they are and how if you just stay focused and do what you have to do for a month, you can have stories that you can tell your grandkids about.
Yeah, I think we're very aware of that. I think everybody, got it, polished in their head that like this right here, like these next 30 days will have to be the best 30 days of our life. Like it can't be no days off. It can't be no, slacking. We gotta, keep our foot on the gas. We gotta, handle our business, take care of us, take care of our bodies. We gotta stay in the best position possible so we can, go do what we want to do.
All right, we got James coming on. What you got, buddy?
Yo, I just want to know, like, what's it like walking through the Grove, like, before a game? Like, what's that feel like?
Oh, it's definitely a great feeling. It lives up to the hype. It be loaded. It be so many people. You can't really see you can't see nothing for real. Like it be all covered up. Like it do be crazy, be loud. It's definitely a great feeling, seeing all those people and they be out there all day, man.
Yeah,
all day.
My brother goes there. I was there for the Georgia game last year and the LSU game this year, so it's crazy.
Oh yeah. I know Georgia game last year we didn't get to walk because of the weather.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. But I was on the field after the game, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you and 40,000 of your closest friends were on the field.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Now that was a great feeling too. Being from Georgia, love being on Georgia. They beat us this year, but it's all right.
We gotta get them again. We got them in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see them again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing because everybody talks about that Georgia game. 1 4th and 2 away from winning that game because 1 4th and 2. That's where you are from having an undefeated record and being ranked somewhere around 3rd in the country or something like that. It shows you the margins that you're dealing with in SEC games that you have to be on every single play.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You got to. It gets hard. It gets tough over in the SEC. No matter who you playing, anything can happen. So yeah, that's why you just got to put together a complete game every time you go out there.
Yep.
All right, James, you got something else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Thank you so much, man, for joining us.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So what is the thing that whenever you're off playing for the Dallas Cowboys or Chicago Bears next year, what's the one thing that whenever you think about Ole Miss, what's the thing that's going to stand out in your mind? Whenever they say Ole Miss, what's automatically going to go into your head?
Wait, so you saying like just whenever I just hear Ole Miss, like while I'm in the NFL, or you just saying
just jogging your memory, thinking about your time in Oxford and all of that? Is it walking through the Grove? Is it pregame with your team? Is it going to a biology class? What's going to be the thing that you think of?
Yeah, definitely. I say definitely the bonds. The relationships that I created here. Definitely gonna go through my mind. Definitely walking through the Grove. Fun experience, man. And just the family we built here, man. It'll definitely be on my mind a lot, big, heavy. Cause it's just being real. It's just being so real. And you can just tell like when you got like real love and real relationships, around you.
At what point did you notice in practice in June and July that Trinidad was a dude?
Oh yeah, I knew he was, man. Well, first, not gonna lie, I actually watched Trinidad like when he played in his national championship game because he played Valdosta. And my brother, I got a brother, like a close friend that go to Valdosta. So he played them. So it's just like I seen what he was doing then. And then my brother called me one day. He was like, "Y'all just got that quarterback from Fair State." I'm like, "Fair State? That's who y'all played." And I was like, "Oh snap!" So I'm like, "Dang, I done seen him play. I saw how he can run that thing, like how he uses his feet. He's smooth though. Like I don't know, man." And then just watching him come to the SEC and do what he do, it's just been good, man. And just knowing his story, it's been good, man.
Yeah, it's funny to see him run because he has a little bit of that when he's going over the goal line, a little bit of that dead leg where he jumps up a little bit. And and is he really 6 foot? How tall do you think he is?
I think he around that height right there.
Okay. Because we all know how rosters are when it comes to heights and weights.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they be off. They definitely be off over there in that roster.
Okay, Ole Miss against South Carolina, Ole Miss, Florida, Ole Miss, the Citadel, the Golden Egg at Mississippi State. What was the Golden Egg like for you last year? Going through that for the first time.
Oh, it was definitely like a dirty game. Like it was definitely a real rivalry game. Like it was way different from like Virginia Tech and Virginia. Like it just felt so different. And at the same time, when I was at VT, we had blew out Virginia. So that's probably another reason why. But it was a dirty game, man. Hard fought. Like you can just tell, like when they play each other, all that record and stuff, it don't matter. It's out the window.
Yeah. Jaden, welcome to the show, man. What do you got for Dae'Quan?
Yeah, I got another question. So, yeah, I'm back. I was wondering, like, how do you stay focused when, like, you got Lane Kiffin, like, all this stuff around the noise about him leaving? Like, how do you stay focused and stay motivated?
Cause man, we just like I was saying earlier, we just know like it's social media, man. The media is just crazy nowadays, man. Like people say anything, man, just to try to bring distractions and do all that. But us just being, you feel me, adults and just knowing like what be going on and how people, just make up their own stuff, and we block that out, man. It'd be kind of easy though, like it'd be very easy, man. We know Lane Kiffin ain't going nowhere, man.
Dae'Quan, you do hear all the stuff in the media and all of that. Is it overblown?
Yeah, sometimes for sure. Yes, definitely. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. You hear stuff in the media all the time going back and forth where it's like they make it's like we want a decision right now. And it's like nothing can happen for 6 weeks. What decision do you want right now?
Right. Yeah, I don't know why they do all that in the media. And like Kiffin said, when you winning and you running your program the right way, people gonna put you out there. They gonna call your name. They gonna say stuff about you. So we just let him handle that and whoever else, and we just keep going, man.
Also,
right,
I got another question. Like Dae'Quan, like during the games, like how do you stay present? Like what do you do to stay present? And like when things aren't going your way, like who's the leader on your team to get things going back like together? Like when things aren't going wrong, like that, like the first time, when LSU went up 7-0, like who's the person on your team to get you guys back to like where you need to be?
I just like to say it just be like it be different people. I think we got like a different variety, of leaders on our team that's going, say something. And a lot of people just handle it, different though. A lot of people, we just stay poised. Like we ain't really got to say too much. We can't get just too overwhelmed. There's always a lot of football left to play. When stuff happens so early in the game, like what happens early, it don't really matter until that fourth quarter 0-0. So we just stay poised, man, stay calm, and we just know that we got each other.
Gotcha. All
right. Thank you very much, Ed. Okay, so let's have some fun before we get out of here tonight. Thanks to everybody that is participating and everybody that is here. This will be on the website tomorrow as well, so you can watch it on demand. So, first of all, what is your favorite Ole Miss football tradition? Is it the Chucky Mullins Award? Is it Hottie Toddy? What is the thing that stands out to you tradition-wise from Ole Miss?
I'm definitely going to say the Chucky Mullins Award because being here for 2 seasons, that seemed like something that was like, you feel me, like just like a stamp. Like it really mattered, you feel me, to Ole Miss. So I definitely say the Chucky Mullins Award because seeing the people who have won the Chucky Mullins Award, like I can just see like how serious it really is, man. Like just watching like how TB Tyler Banks, he won the award this year for us, and just seeing like what it meant to him. Like he didn't even know Chucky Mullins, but as much as it meant to him, he been here, I think, for like 4 years. He been locked into Ole Miss. He's been loyal to the program, and I know when he got that award, all he could do was cry. He got on the phone, you feel me, with his people. He cried, man. He was happy. So I can just say the Chucky Mullins Award because it definitely brings like a real, outlook on Ole Miss, and I think that's what they like. It's really built on that.
Yeah, people that are my age and older know exactly where they were when Chucky got injured. It is one of those type moments like 9/11. You know exactly what was going on whenever that happened, and I remember exactly the location that I was standing the moment that I was listening to it on the radio that David Kellum was talking about. I know it vividly at that point, but yeah, that is a great tradition, rubbing the head on the way out, the never quit stuff. It was pretty awesome. All right. So what is your funniest Lane Kiffin story?
Funniest Lane Kiffin story. Man. Funniest Lane Kiffin story.
He's just sitting here. He's going through the Rolodex.
Yeah, I don't really know though. Like, I don't really know. Like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay. Let's check this back again. Do you ever hear the band playing during an Ole Miss game?
Nah.
You don't? Okay.
Nah, I don't think. Yeah, nah.
So everything, you have complete tunnel vision and you don't hear anything during the ball game.
That's actually, now that you asking me that, it seemed kind of crazy because I really don't be hearing the extra stuff though. So yeah, like I don't be hearing it. That's actually kind of crazy though.
Yeah, that's interesting because sometimes it can get pretty rambunctious.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's try this. What is the best place to eat in Oxford, Mississippi?
You ask me, I'm going to Oxford Grill House. It's a steak place, man.
Good stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All
right.
They got great food.
Phil, what is your favorite burger joint? Are you a Handy Andy's person? Are you a Phillips Grocery person? What's the burger?
See, I'm not really a burger person.
Oh, okay.
But I went to the place called Bourré. So Bourré actually has a good Bourré burger. It's called a Bourré burger. See, now I do like that burger. And then the Oxford Burger Company, I tried their burger and it was pretty good.
Okay.
Now they do say it's another burger spot around here that's like real good. I just ain't tried it, but I might do try that.
Yeah, my place, like I lived way back when I lived in Oxford, Mississippi. I preferred Phillips Grocery.
Okay.
That was my burger place. But there's people that are going to swear by Handy Andy's, and like up and down. Like they will get into a fight with you over that. And I ate it at Ajax one time, and that's supposed to be the famous place on the square. I ate there one time in several years, so that obviously didn't do anything. But I liked Phillips Grocery.
Okay, Phillips Grocery.
All right. So anyway, thank you, Dae'Quan, for stopping by and taking the time to talk to all these people. Thanks to everybody that asked questions tonight and what was going on. And thanks again for making the Locked On Ole Miss podcast your go-to source for Ole Miss sports. We pride ourselves on the most comprehensive perspectives around Ole Miss sports. That's the reason why we're the front door. If you don't believe me, Google Ole Miss podcast and see how much this one comes up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It helps the show, and it's totally free. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for making Ole Miss, Locked On Ole Miss, your number one listen today. For your second listen, check out Locked On SEC. Chris Gordy breaks out the best conference in college sports, from the rivalries to the championships and every game in between. Find Locked On SEC on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hotty toddy, everybody. And remember, analytics are just the old English word that means bad football. We'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Hotty toddy.